is some massive breaking news and quite heartbreaking, really. For all the men who were thirsting after Whoopi Goldberg, I hate to break it to you, but she is now joining the 4B movement. So you guys can go ahead and give up now because you don't have a chance.
I shouldn't even react to this part of the video because this has to be satire. I promise you, men are not chasing a 70-year-old woman that gave herself the nickname Whoopi because she farts a lot. If 30-year-olds have it rough, it practically is non-existent for girls like this. Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video here today from Peas World titled "Liberals are cutting their friends and family off after the election." When you cut family ties because of political differences that half of the country agrees with, you already know that society is falling. Today's video was suggested to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comment, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own thoughts and comments, and let's jump right into the video.
I dare, yeah, you didn't get here by yourself, man. You can't do this without us. Yeah. And if we don't let you, you don't get any. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Creating children is both a man and a woman job. The way women can say no is the same way a man can say no. Also, again, this individual is 70 years old. To put it in perspective, all of her eggs died before Back to the Future was even released.
Keep that energy. To the women who have just joined the 4B movement because they realized post-election that every single man is complicit in the culture that just re-elected Donald Trump.
More women came out and voted for him too. Politics isn't a gender issue. There are men and women that voted for Trump, like how men and women voted for Harris. Difference is more people seem to like Trump.
I'm saying to you as a lesbian, keep that energy, because what I'm seeing is that all of you who date men have just seen what lesbians have been saying and have been knowing. Lesbians have been understanding that men don't like women. Men don't like women.
Men don't like women? The same men that have taken care of and built you society for the safety and protection of women for all of human history. Get serious. And also, you're a lesbian. This issue literally does not apply to you.
And even the ones who voted for Kamala and the ones who are good guys are complicit in the behavior of other ones. So hold on to what you know to be true right now. Hold on to that energy and keep it collectively. If you want to make change in the patriarchy, you have to uphold the boundary. That's the bottom line here.
Wait, that is so crazy. So let me get this straight. Even if you wholeheartedly support 4B, womanism, liberal politics, etc., you are still the bad guy and it's your fault simply because you are a man. I'm pretty sure we have a word for that.
I've noticed an interesting trend where a concerning amount of black women are getting fired, laid off, or heavily penalized in the workplace ever since Donald Trump got elected. I always believed that Donald Trump is the symptom, not the cause, which is why it was concerning to me when he won the US elections, because that is just indicative of how people really, really feel deep down and has now emboldened them to be able to say all the things that they want to say and behave in the way that they want to behave. This election for a lot of white people was mainly about pushing back against any progress that we've made in the last 10 years. What I'm realizing, what I'm seeing from a lot of the women that I'm mentoring is how this is trickling down ever since literally the day after Donald Trump won. How they've now been put on pips, they've been made sort of a target in the workplace. So everyone just be safe.
People are not being attacked and targeted in the workplace because that is quite honestly illegal, and the guy doesn't get presidential power until 2025. You see, it's this type of lying and fear-mongering that helped Trump win in the first place.
My mom disowned me because I voted for Trump and he won. It's not the first time she disowned me, so that's why I'm laughing. If you're going through something like that, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be your mom.
No, because if you are willing to cut off family, friends, anybody in your own personal life whose views don't perfectly align with yours, you're the problem right now. You're the problem right now, and I guarantee that kind of behavior will cause more of a divide in your own life than this election ever will. Okay? Your true colors are showing. I opened up Facebook this morning to so many posts saying, if you voted for this person, I don't care who you are, go ahead and unfriend me. I'm gonna let the trash take itself out. Okay, girl. I do not care who you voted for, but I do care how you're treating people who voted differently than you. And that's what it really boils down to. I have close friends in my life who I know voted differently than me. And I'm not unfriending anybody because of the way they voted, but I will be unfriending anybody who is like openly bashing and blocking their own grandma on the Facebook comments, because that is telling me all I need to know about you as a person.
That type of behavior you really don't see with conservatives. In the 2020 election, they weren't threatening people when Biden won, for example, or making those types of posts online. And blocking your grandmother, that is insane.
If you're heartbroken because friends and family have cut you off because of the election and the way you voted, just know your pain and confusion is a direct proportion to the pain and confusion they've experienced over the last 10 years that you chose to ignore.
Last 10, the last 15 years were heavy Democrat. 2 years of Obama and majority Democrat government for 8 years, then Trump won, who didn't do much, then 4 years of Biden. You had 12 years of free reign, then cut off family ties when you lost one time.
A long time ago, this girl put up a post on Instagram, and she asked women, do you ever feel like when you're crossing the street, men purposely try to hit you with their cars? And there were a bunch of women in the comments being like, yes, oh my God, I thought I was going crazy. And in the comments, women were basically saying that they've experienced men braking fast or stopping really short or inching up. And she was like, you would look at them in the car and it would almost give the vibe of like, I want to hit you with my car. And a bunch of women were just kind of like, I thought I was just imagining it, or just, you know, just being kind of like out of my mind about it. But now I feel so seen. And I think about that a lot.
To think men desperately want to run women over is why Donald Trump won, and men are going their own way in life. These types of individuals just don't like men and will find literally any excuse to justify it. This guy looked at me 2% longer than normal. He must want me deceased.
So it blows my mind how a lot of y'all females, you envy the lifestyle of the stay-at-home girlfriend. You envy the women that live off pretty privilege. Because let's be real, y'all be out here trying to emulate that lifestyle by begging. But y'all don't understand that nothing in life is free. Just like you go to work and you submit to your boss, and you're not going to tell your boss what you're not going to do and how you're not doing this, and coming up with a Rosa Parks speech about what you're not going to do. The same thing applies when your lifestyle is funded by men. Nothing in life is free. If you want a soft life, if you want to be a stay-at-home girlfriend, if you want to get flued out, then you're going to stroke a man's ego. You're going to compete with other women. You're going to cook. You're going to clean. You're going to provide some type of service, some type of labor. You're going to appeal to the male gaze. You're going to do something. Nothing in life is free. So if you want to be an independent boss and pay all your bills by yourself and take care of your 5 kids by yourself, then you can do that. But stop trying to recruit other women to do that with you. It's some women who want to be taken care of. It's some women who want a soft life. It's some women who want to just sit back and chill and be a woman. You go be a boss and do all that by yourself. Everybody don't have to do that with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Men aren't even hard to get. Just be decent enough to be around. Don't be a degenerate seeing other men, and you will get the Disney princess treatment overnight. But of course, these women want that treatment from the men that do not want them whatsoever.
For the next 4 years, white women need to focus on white women. Like, there's really no easy way to say it. For the next 4 years, white women need to be in community with white women. White women need to find sisterhood with white women. White women need to cross party lines and save their community from the shackles that are misogyny, misinformation, and quite frankly, make-believe. Black women are one band, one sound. We understand the assignment and we deliver the assignment flawlessly. Not to mention, Jewish women are quite literally right behind us. One band, one sound. They understand the assignment and they will deliver the assignment. And we're not getting that exact same energy from white women.
This poor woman is going to be shocked to find out that some of her fellow black women also voted for Trump. Playing the race game will always be a losing game, at least as of right now.
Like, it is exhausting. Thank you so much for your allyship. Thank you for your allyship. But for the next 4 years, your white conservative sisters need your allyship. White women need to start talking about politics. White women need to start calling each other out, because 45% is not cutting it. It's actually inexcusable. So for the next 4 years, white women are going to focus on white women. I think that is a good plan of action.
This girl talks about all women like they're a hive mind with no different thoughts, all must think the same for the sisterhood. The more these types of people talk, it makes it seem like their group is more and more of a cult.
Tell me why all the most amazing, attractive, beautiful, loving women that I know are all single right now.
Because the beautiful women you speak of tend to be more superficial and picky with the men that they're willing to date, and overall have a worse personality from receiving a high level of entitlement throughout their entire life. Looks only get you so far.
And I just saw a statistic that said by 2030, 45% of women are going to be single. And they didn't say men, too. They said women because they're trying to highlight the fact that we're like taking our...
Shorty was so close. Shorty was so close. You know how delusional you gotta be to sit up here and realize that most women are going to be old and single by 2030, or I forgot what number that was. 45% of women are going to be single, and it didn't say guys, but it said women because we're taking our power back. That's the conclusion you reached by the fact that 45% of American women are going to be single by 2030? That's the conclusion you reached. That you were taking your power back. You know how delusional you gotta be to think that you're taking your power back by being old and single?
I honestly don't have the energy for it anymore. These types of women would see an issue they created, then somehow spin it to make it seem like it's not a bad thing. Women will be single in 6 years. It's because we're fighting the patriarchy. Okay, sure, whatever.
You're crazy! And I'm not up here woman hating or nothing. It's just like, be for real. Most women are going to be single because they're harlots and bed wenches. That's why. Most women are going to be single because they can't handle commitment. And it's not the men because the men aren't the issue. Let me tell you how I know the men aren't the issue. Because it said the men aren't the issue. Here's the thing.
If you guys look at the political graphs that show where each party lies on issues, conservatives remained in the same area just about for the past 20 years. Liberals have radically gone further left since 2012. Naturally, most problems they will see will exist because of their extreme views in the first place.
Most women are going to be single, but not men. Okay, let me explain it to you. And I hate using these talking points because I sound like them for sure. But look, here's the thing, right? Most women go after a small minority of men. You watch any street interview. What are the woman's height requirements? 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", all the way up to 6'6" or 6'7". Okay, so you want 1% or less of the population, but you're 99% of the hoes. Do math. You're 99% of the hoes, but you want less than 1% of the population.
This guy mentions street interviews, and it's not even just that. You also have the dating shows, dating apps, studies, statistics, backing it up as well. So if you think it's just a small minority of women, think again, because really it is not. I'm not saying it's 99%, but the number is pretty damn high.
All y'all want the same men, right? This is why women think some men are hoes, right? Because y'all are all messing with the same one. Girls think that having like 30 plus bodies is normal, right? Because y'all are all messing with the same men. So of course that man's gonna have 30 plus bodies. Y'all are all messing with the same dude. So he's hitting all of y'all.
A body count of 30 plus is insane, but women really do give it out to everybody. But for the average man, oh no, he has to do everything for her. He has to take her out on dates, he has to treat her like a princess, even though the last 30 plus men that she's been with haven't had to give her a single damn thing.
But most men will never touch 30 bodies in their life, let alone 10, let alone 5. You harlots are the only ones touching 30 bodies. Do your thing. I'm not hating on you. Do whatever you want. But you harlots are the only ones touching 30 bodies. 30? She said, we're taking our power back. No, you're being delusional. And then you refuse to take any type of accountability. You just, what is it like to live in a world where accountability is lost on you? Like, you really can't sit down, look inwards and think, dang, maybe I'm the problem. Like me, right? I consider myself to be a loving dude, but even I can look within myself and see my issues of why relationships don't work, or my relationships don't work, right? I can sit down and realize when I've been selfish, when I've been mean, when I haven't been considerate to others' feelings. So I change. I can realize where I've messed up, so I change.
Expecting these types of women to do that is quite a big task, I'm just saying. The 4B movement is literally blown up in America because women don't want to take accountability for their actions.
Y'all see, actually, y'all mess up and somehow flip it on whoever you were messing with, and it was all their fault. So you think you're perfect and you never have to change. When I mess up in a relationship, I sit down, I reflect, I realize what I did wrong, and I do better next time. Y'all mess up, don't even acknowledge that you messed up, blame it on them, and then don't change, and then just run around bitter.
Like I said, liberals have gone radically further left, and women tend to be liberal. Men largely haven't changed much, so women today are just undateable, hence why the passport bros even exist in the first place. Their views are unpopular everywhere else in the world. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.